Damn, that's a pig. I'd have never found this pig. I'm very grateful, Matt. Thank you.
Searching for a deer with a tracking hound. Over the river and through the woods, across the field, this dog is good. Found a little blood and two wound beds. Tracking hounds telling me this deer is dead. Over the river and through the woods, across the field, this dog is good. Found a little blood and two wound beds. Tracking hounds telling me this deer is dead.
Thank you. This is why you call a dog.
Yeah.
Hello, friends, fans, and followers. Matt with Tales on Trails Deer Tracking, joined today by Angie Wilbur and Arinn Wing. Angie and Arinn are from a local school district here by me in southern Michigan, Bellevue School District, Bellevue, Michigan. Where is that? It's north and a little bit east of Battle Creek, right? For those who may be...
Yeah, it's about 15 minutes from Battle Creek.
15 minutes from Battle Creek, yep. So if you're wondering where Bellevue, Michigan is, it's spelled Bellevue with an E, and it's about 15 minutes from Battle Creek. Look at a map. But today, fun story. I'm pretty excited for the conversation, and Angie and I have been talking for a while, and I'll let her tell the story. But we're talking about the Bellevue Shooting Sports Club and their forthcoming fundraiser on March 8th, and how I got connected to it, and an opportunity just to promote shooting sports and promote local fundraisers. You know, I'm always glad to do that. So, Angie, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about your role in the Bellevue Shooting Sports, and then we'll ask Arinn to do the same.
All right. So yes, my name is Angie Wilbur. My son is in 8th grade and he shoots for the Shooting Sports Club. Currently he's only doing trap shooting, but there's a lot of other kids in the club that do both trap and skeet. So we have this annual fundraiser called Guns and Grub, March 8th, like you said. And in the fall, we were looking for some different sponsors and different things that we can include for people to bid on, basically, to raise money for the club. So I started kind of trying to think outside the box, and I thought, well, deer tracking, that's always something people, kind of need last minute, but when you can get it, it's a really awesome tool to use if you are hunting and have any kind of issue where you might need that. And so I thought, well, this would be a really neat, interesting opportunity, something completely different than we've had before. So I believe I posted on the Michigan Deer Tracking Network page, just seeing if there was any trackers out there that would be interested in supporting the club, offering a track, anything like that. And Matt reached out to me and we kind of started talking about it and what we were about. And it was a pretty cool fit and he seemed excited. So it's kind of why we're here.
Absolutely. I was pretty excited because I really, really enjoy that, especially relatively local. I mean, I'm over here, by Jackson, kind of between, I'm in the Springport area. So it's not, it's not around the corner from you, but it's plenty close enough, so I close enough to where I consider you guys local, so I was certainly glad to donate a couple of tracks, and hopefully they can draw some revenue for you in the bid process. I have I don't have them with me. I meant to have them with me. I got my vouchers all made up for you. I'll get them to you. You can put them on you can put them on the table, and hopefully nobody ever needs to use them, but I will be very glad to. And you know what? The winner, they can use it for anybody they want. I don't care if they need help. They just, their buddy needs help. They just need to give us a call. But, we can talk more about that later. But, I was super, super excited. I really enjoy doing stuff like that. So it's interesting to me. So obviously, Angie, your family hunts for you or for you to think about dog tracking.
Yes.
Have you ever had experience with dog trackers in the past, or have you yet to use one?
I have not yet to use one. My husband and his friends have had to use them in the past. I don't know who they used. It was a few years ago now. But it was always something that we thought, if we needed to, we definitely would. We have a family farm that's got 80 acres, and we've got a lot of swampland and stuff around us that, if a deer gets into there, it's sometimes is really hard to keep finding blood or whatever. You make a bad shot. You sometimes you just need help. That's something we would definitely use. So having this opportunity and even the deer tracking network out there is pretty cool and appreciated.
Yeah. I want so badly. I'm an admin in the Michigan Deer Tracking Network, new admin to the Michigan Deer Tracking Network. And we have finally finalized, the recovery numbers for the 2024/25 season. I want so badly to share them, but I can't because I haven't made them public yet.
Oh.
I will tell you, it's pretty dang impressive. The numbers are pretty stunning. What a group of 44 tracking teams did to recover deer that ostensibly would have otherwise gone unrecovered. It is very impressive. Well, thank you for calling. Yeah, you're reaching out. That's cool. That's way cool.
Yeah.
Arinn, tell us a little bit about your background, your involvement with the club. Tell us about the club and all of that fun stuff.
Well, I've been shooting for 6 years. When I started, you could only shoot from 7th grade on up. The year after I joined, that's when they started letting 6th graders start shooting. I was very mad about that. Because I wanted to shoot. But I've been shooting for 6 years. It's my favorite sport in the entire world. I do other sports, but this is the one that I will sacrifice everything else to do. The club only shoots 2 times a week during the season. We've got a fall and a spring season. We only shoot 2 times a week. We shoot on Sundays and Thursdays. I schedule everything around those. Everything. We're kind of like a dysfunctional family, I would think. We make fun of each other a lot.
Well, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, when we go to states, everyone brings food. Everyone brings a personality. It's a great time. We've shot at nationals, I think, for 5 years. And nationals and state are very different. Everyone can go to state if they want to, but you have to shoot good to go to nationals. You just got to shoot really good to go to nationals, and we've shot there.
You have to qualify for nationals, I presume.
Yes. There's certain numbers that.
Okay.
There's certain numbers, there's certain averages you have to have throughout your season to qualify for nationals, and we've sent a team to nationals for 5 years. Wow. I've been involved longer than 6 years. My sister shot the year before me. She just graduated. She was on the last national team, and this year I'm hoping to be on this national team. I just got to work a little bit harder, dig a little bit deeper.
Do your best, kiddo.
It's a lot of fun to be on this team because you make a lot of connections to a lot of people. When you go to states, you meet a lot of gun salesmen. You meet a lot of shirt salesmen. You meet a lot of people, and I think this has been the best sport that I've ever joined. I think this would be a great sport for everyone.
Wow. So let me ask you this, Arinn. Do you have to, it's a shooting sport. So, safety prevails in every single thing you do.
Yep.
Are there any type of requirements to join the team? Must you pass some type of safety orientation?
Yes, you have to have your gun license. You have to have your hunting license. You have to be qualified to shoot a gun. You have to have your hunter safety.
Okay, there it is.
and-
You have to have hunter safety.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. You have to have your hunter safety in order to be on the team. And if people don't have their hunter safety and they want to be on the team, we give them places to go to get their hunter safety done so that they can shoot with us.
Okay.
Really, you don't even need a gun to shoot on the team because we've got team guns that you can use for the entire season. Yeah, we've got 20 gauge and 12 gauge and break action and pump action.
Do you guys reload your own ammo, or is it all purchased?
No,
That's
it's
all-
all purchased.
I was just curious.
That's
awesome.
mainly what Guns and Grub is for because our ammo purchase is our biggest purchase of the year.
Oh yeah,
It's
I bet.
expensive,
I bet.
very expensive.
How many members are in the club?
I think there's around 30 to 35. We did have a few graduate, so
30 to 35. I did not expect that answer. I am pleasantly shocked at that. I expected you to say, "Oh, there's 6 or 7 of us," 30 to 35. That's great. So now my wheels are turning. So you shoot 2 days a week during the season. There's a spring season and a fall season, or in school terms, a fall season, then a spring season, right?
Yep.
Is that what you said? Okay.
Yeah.
And then is it who are you competing with? Are there other local school clubs, or do you
Sorry,
travel?
your thing is cutting out. I can't.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. No, is this better? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So I was asking, you shoot 2 days a week, and are you competing with other schools? Do you travel around other schools during the regular season, for lack of a better term, or how does that work?
So the 2 days a week, it's 1 day is for practice and 1 day is for competition.
Okay.
So you can pick whichever day you want to be your competition shoot, to be your practice shoot.
I see.
But we don't travel around and compete against other teams. Our competition days, they submit those scores, and those are the scores that they use for nationals and for states and stuff.
So it's basically the whole state going against each other all the time. It's a virtual competition. Yep.
I see. So here's my brain, and sorry, listeners, you're going to hear me say this for the 100,000th time. I was a football coach for a long time, so I'm thinking leagues. You're traveling to other schools. You're doing this stuff. No, that I have the model wrong. You're going to where do you shoot? Is there at Bellevue Sportsman's Club or something like that?
Yeah, the Bellevue Conservation Club. Yep.
Bellevue Conservation Club. I've actually shot there before. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's been a long time. So you go, and then you decide, hey, I want to officially score this round today, and then who scores it? Are there official state scorers? Is your coach a scorer, or how does that work?
Coaches.
Our coaches score it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to have an RSO. I don't actually know what those letters mean.
Range safety officer.
Thank you.
RSO, yep.
Thank you so much. We have to have an RSO while we're shooting, and then we have to have one person to make sure that we're pulling it right and that it's going, that the bird is going, and then we have to have someone out there to score for us.
Okay. And how does it score? Just any type of a hit is a score?
Yeah. If any chunks fly off, if dusts fly off, then it's a hit and we got the kill.
That's good. It's been a long time. I've tried to shoot skeet a little bit. It's been 25 years or so. And I think one time was at Bellevue, now that I'm thinking about it. And it was fun. I wasn't good at it, but it was a lot of fun.
It takes a lot more skill than I would think. I shot once with the kids and I was not good.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, even though it's shot, you don't just point it and pull. I mean,
Nope.
there's a whole thing to it, man. And
Yeah, you gotta work really hard for it.
yeah, that's right. And you know what? Anything that's worth anything, you should have to work hard for, and you do have to work hard for. So you have not been to nationals, Arinn? Not yet?
I went last year as a runner-up. I was a backup just in case someone couldn't show up. I unfortunately was not good enough to officially qualify.
Wait a minute. I don't like it when you put it that way. When you say you're not good enough, you just simply didn't score.
I was top 7. My sister was top 5. I was pretty salty about that.
Probably kicked her in the shin, I would imagine.
Yeah, I was really mad about that. But this year, I know I'm going to make it to nationals.
I think she will too.
What's the qualifying? How does the scoring work? Is it just hit 1, 2, 3, 4 simple total number? Are there okay? So go ahead, Arinn.
Well, when you're it's scored out of 25, so like one round is 25. You only shoot 2 rounds for your competition score. So you shoot a total of 50 rounds. And depending, like, out of 25, if your average is, I think it was 18 or 19.
Yeah. Yep.
One of those numbers. If your average is like that number, you've made the cutoff to go to nationals.
Okay.
And the average is over the 7 weeks. Is it 7 weeks we shoot for spring? I think.
Yeah, 7 or 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
When does spring season start?
I believe it's end of March.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep.
Right at a few weeks after the fundraiser.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was your average in the fall season, Arinn?
I wasn't the best shot in the fall season. I was distracted because I was busy doing a lot of stuff. I think my average in the fall season was 36 out of 50.
But it's qualifying. 36 out of 50. And you hit to have 19 out of 25.
Sorry, you cut out again.
I'm sorry. I don't know why that is.
It might be my internet. I have no clue.
Am I cutting out with you, Angie?
No.
Okay.
It's probably my internet.
Yep, I was saying you said it's 19 out of 25 to qualify for 18, 19 out of 25 to qualify for nationals.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're averaging 36 out of 50. Okay, yeah.
That's not bad, but not good.
It's okay.
Close.
It's
close.
Yeah, I mean you got a whole season coming up. Do you practice in the winter in the decent weather? Do you have like a trap out back of your house, or you go to the range at all when you can?
No, because I'm pretty busy. I live on a dairy farm. So I don't get a lot of time to practice, but we do have a couple of weeks before season officially starts where we practice. So we all go out on Thursday and Sundays and we all practice, and it's a great get along, but for 2 weeks we just practice. We don't score anything for competition.
Yep.
What do you shoot?
I shoot a Remington 12 gauge 870.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very popular gun. I love my 870 Wingmaster deer slug gun. Don't use it anymore, but I still love it.
My sister has a Remington 870 Wingmaster.
Nice. Your sister has a cool gun. Nice. Well, that's fun stuff. So let's talk about let's talk about the fundraiser now. Angie, tell us a little bit about the fundraiser and what folks can expect and how folks can contribute, and I'll share the flyer again too. In fact, you know what? You're talking. Why don't go ahead and I will share.
All right. So yeah, the fundraiser happens March 8th. It is basically the cost to get in is $50, but that buys you a ticket for a main gun entry. The main gun this year is a Beretta. I can't read the screen. Beretta A400 Explorer. It's a nice gun. So that ticket for $50 gets you an entry for the gun, or one of the second or third prizes, and a meal. So we've got beef and chicken meal. It's a whole spread. There's all kinds of food. So that's kind of like the main drawing that we have. And then we also have a lot of other small drawings. I think we've got a total of 11 different guns for different tables. Usually we do like you buy a playing card, and then when we pull a playing card out of it at the end, so there's not that many obviously entries for that particular table. Whoever has the matching card to whatever the winning one was pulled wins the gun. So, but we don't just have guns. That's kind of the cool thing too. There's a little bit of stuff for everybody. I think we have a salon package. We've got some CPL classes. We've got a crossbow. I think we've got kayaks and camping chairs. We've got some cool stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. I think we also have processing kit and grinder, that kind of stuff. I'm trying to think of some of the other things we've got this year.
And
I think
these
there
are
was also
items
going to be
that can be bid on.
a couple bow restringing.
Oh yeah, bro restringing. Yep. We've got a couple different taxidermy shops that have donated credits. I think there's one that's $300 and another $500 gift certificate for whatever taxidermy you want. So that's pretty cool too. Yeah, we've got a lot of really, really great prizes. Obviously your tracks, so those will be on a table too. But it's pretty cool.
Well, again, I hope nobody needs to call me to track a deer for them, because that means something didn't go right.
Right.
But if they do, I hope it's this, somebody that also won a taxidermy mount, and what we're tracking and recover for them is something they want to take to the taxidermist.
That's ideal. I also want to point out too about the fundraiser. We limit it to 350 total tickets. So that main gun entry, it's 1 out of 350 chance to win the main gun. So it's actually pretty good odds to be able to get that top prize. So it's kind of a neat thing. And like I said, all of these, the donations, the ticket sales, all of it either goes to pay for some of the prizes or the food, and then everything else goes to the club. So it costs about $750 per kid, per discipline, per season to pay for all of the ammo and all of the clay pigeons and all the other things, the registration fees and all that fun stuff for their seasons. So it's a very expensive sport, but it's totally worth it. Arinn said, it's one of the funnest ones. I love being involved in it. I think it's really cool to be able to see my kiddo out there shooting way better than I ever could. And it's actually helped him for hunting too. He's an awesome shot to hunt. So I have a lot of confidence in him that I don't think I probably would have had if he wasn't involved in trap.
Yeah. Oops. Well, I tell you what. So this just made me think of something. Well, Angie, when you, and I don't want to bring it up here, but when we're done, when we stop recording this, hang with me. I forgot to say that before we started recording. Hang with me. I want to debrief, and I've got something for you guys. Okay, so remind me, because I promise you I'll forget. So you must remind me. Okay. So, and folks, let me just say that grand prize, that Beretta A400 Explorer, is valued at just under $2,000. So it's not your it's not just cheap gun. It's legit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Beretta's pretty legit. I have a Benelli. That's what I was shooting trap with. I have an old Benelli M1 Super 90 that I turkey hunted with and waterfowled with when I and upland when I did that. But yeah, Beretta is nice. Second prize is second place is a Tundra 65 hard cooler in navy, must be navy blue.
Yeah.
In navy, I guess that means the color.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Third place is a Walker's Silencer 2.0 Bluetooth electronic earplugs. Those are nice.
Those have been a big hit the last couple of years.
Though that is really nice. Bluetooth, so you can play music while muting the surround sounds, but hearing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that weird?
It's very weird.
Walker's good stuff for sure. And then door prizes. So the door prizes are drawings, right? And people buy the raffle in essence. And then like the tracks and the other donations and the kayaks, those are the things people are bidding on? Are people bidding on that stuff?
So it's basically it works like usually they're priced for the value of the prize. They're priced at between $5 an entry and $20 an entry. We have a couple really nice guns on the tables as well. So that's how that works. They pay whatever the table fee is for that. They get their card, and then at the end we draw the winner for each of those items.
I understand. I see. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. The kids have to run the tables too.
Yep. They have to stand there the whole time and take money and give people their cards and interact with all the people that come through and talk to them about whatever. they had fun. My son had a blast last year. Yeah.
That is a great thing. Having the students and the athletes engage. I think I'm going to show my old madness, old manness, not old madness, but maybe I am mad too. But places, and I'm not trying to pick on McDonald's, but going to the kiosk and expecting you to place your order there. What I hate so much about that is it's taking an opportunity away from a kid to learn how to interact and engage with the public and take an order. It's just a sign of the times. And I am a little bit of an old curmudgeon because I think that personal interaction and those social skills are important. So that's why I think it's super cool that the kids are having to engage with that and engage in that social interaction and promote their sport.
Yeah.
And because it's gonna work too. You're gonna get somebody who's gonna say, all right, yeah, give me a few more tickets, Yeah. I would be that guy.
Yeah, we actually have kids that have been going around during the school events right there at the school and selling tickets during the kids' basketball games, girls and boys basketball games. And a lot of them sell tickets on their own also. It's family and friends, that kind of thing too.
Yeah. Well, that's way cool. How many other schools in the area have a shooting club?
Well, there's all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just down the road from you guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not sure there's another school near us that has them.
Okay.
There's one in Battle Creek, but I don't remember which school it is. It might be Harper Creek.
I think it's
that has one. Yeah. But yeah, there's not very many right around here. There's actually a lot from up in like the Thumb area, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot up in the Thumb.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, I had no clue. I mean, did I know that some schools have shooting clubs? Yeah. I see something on Facebook for, something that here, occasionally but I had no clue that there was stuff in our, in essence, my backyard.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool.
I think one of the coolest things about the Bellevue team is that our school is very small. We've got maybe 400 kids in the high school total. and our track team is, 30, 35 strong. So that says a lot about what this club does and how many people we really have involved with a school this small. So,
That's a great point, Angie. I coached in Springport, and my kids graduated from Springport, tiny little village, very similar to Bellevue, very similar in size, and was always really proud of it. I loved that small school. And you make a great point. You have as many kids, Arinn, on your shooting club as you do on the stinking track team.
I think our shooting team is bigger than our football team. I'm pretty sure.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. And we play 8-man football, so it's a little different, but
that doesn't surprise me. Football numbers are declining nationally anyway, and it hurts my heart being a 27-year football coach and played football, and my kids played a year in college, and my boys did anyway. And it hurts my heart that the numbers are declining, but they are. It's just the way it is. Hopefully they'll rebound. But that. What's that?
Go ahead. I was going to say it's kind of similar to the number of hunters these days too, and people being involved in hunting.
That's a great point. I think I just had I did a little bit of research last year for after the hunting season. I call it tracking season now. After the tracking season, that for a project I was working on, for a presentation I was doing, and I wanted to see how many. So to track deer in the state of Michigan, you have to be registered with the Department of Natural Resources to do it legally. And all that means is you got to. Today you go on, fill out an online form, and send them a picture of your driver's license, and that's it. That's all you have to do. You guys could be trackers by the time we end this podcast if you wanted to. Register trackers with the state. But by doing that, you're registered, and we are obligated to report the tracks that we go on. Before we go on the track, then we're required to close the track. But there's other benefits that come with it. The hunter is allowed to carry the weapon of season and can dispatch the deer if we come across it alive and all of that. But this isn't a tracking podcast, so I don't want to. This is about the shooting club. But my point is in reference to the declining hunting numbers. One of the things I requested from I filed Freedom of Information asked for the Department of Natural Resources to Freedom of Information request, FOIA. My to see how many registered trackers there were in the state of Michigan for the 2023 season, and I was very surprised to learn there were 241. That's a lot.
Oh, wow. That's a lot more than I would have thought. Yeah,
that's a lot. Probably half of them, I'm going to guess, probably weren't really tracking much, if at all. Some weren't certainly tracking at all. Some tracked very little. So there was a ton. But let's just take that 241 number. And then the license sales in 2023 were 580 something thousand, which was down notably from the year before, from the 2024 or 2022 season. So steadily declining. I think I heard this year the numbers might have bumped up a little bit from last year, which is a good thing. But if you take the 241 trackers and 500,000 licensed hunters in the state, there's one tracker for every 4,500 hunters. So trackers get really busy. We get really busy really fast. Now, obviously, not all of those hunters, most of those hunters don't need a tracker, but statistically, that's the ratio,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, wow, what great stuff. So you're getting ready to kick off the season, and the fundraiser is March 8th. And do you know, Arinn? So before we started recording, you said that there's 30 whatever kids on the team, 30, 35 kids on the team, and how many of those are seniors? How many of those kids are going to graduate? You know?
Sorry, you cut out.
Yeah,
Can
you
you
were
repeat it?
frozen. You were frozen, so I think it's your answer. So how many of the 30 to 35 kids are seniors? How many are going to graduate this year? Do you know, roughly?
I think there's 5 of us. I'm not sure because I don't. The way that we shoot in squads. Like we pick the
Okay.
people we want to shoot with, and we sign up on a piece of paper. So not all 30 of us are there at the same time because it gets really crowded in the trap house.
Yeah,
We've
okay.
only got 2 fields that they do trap on at one time, and then they have a skeet field. So yeah, we got to rotate.
Yeah, schedule the squads accordingly. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't see all of the seniors that are there at the same time. I do know of like 4 other seniors that are on the team, I think. Yeah, I'm doing my math right.
Sounds right. Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah, sounds right. But yeah, we're hoping to get a lot more middle schoolers involved.
Yeah.
I've talked to a lot of older siblings and parents about getting their kids involved. So
yeah, we know we have a few
great.
coming up next year, so
Yeah,
we're looking forward to that.
You gotta recruit those youngsters. That's got to promote those shooting sports. That's fantastic. So, well, guys, this has been a lot of fun. I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you having us.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to publish. In fact, I'm going to publish it tonight because I want it to get out there. I want people to see it. I'm excited. I'll Angie, I'll message you the link. I don't know if you follow the tracking page or not.
Yep, I do.
Yeah, so you'll see it there. You're welcome to share it. Feel free to post it around or do whatever you want with it.
Okay.
I'll probably upload it to the audio podcast too, so everybody can hear about it. Maybe it'll inspire another school somewhere to start. I'll share that with you too, the audio version. But a lot of fun. So let's recap it. It is. Go ahead and give us a quick recap, Angie.
All right. So yeah, Bellevue Shooting Sports Club. We've got our annual Guns and Grub fundraiser coming up March 8th. Tickets are $50, and that includes a raffle ticket for the main gun entry and dinner. I believe there's also tickets that are $75. It's 2 dinners and 1 ticket. So there's, if you don't really want to, you can do that. And there's lots and lots of door prizes available, some really cool stuff this year. And yeah, all of the proceeds go towards either supporting the event itself and then the team, obviously, or helps pay for all of the lovely children.
Yeah. Oh, there she is. Yeah. Beautiful. Nice.
All the kids to be able to do their shooting sports. So yes, it's a good time. We have our spring season kicking off end of March, beginning of April. That runs for 7 weeks. I believe the state championship is in June usually, and then our fall season is only 5 weeks.
Yeah, state is Father's Day weekend.
Yep, that sounds right.
Okay. All right. Yep. Well, that's fantastic. So, listeners, people watching this, particularly if you're local, please share this around. Let's do everything we can to support Bellevue Shooting Club and just shooting sports in general. So, let's share this around. Let's. Do you have a fundraising goal in mind, or are you just going to take everything you can get?
We kind of take everything we can get. If we have anything left over, it just carries us on for the next season. It pays for uniforms, all that stuff. We have a huge, big enclosed team trailer that we take to nationals and the state championships. It holds the team guns and all the equipment and ammo and things that the kids need too. So it keeps things like that up to date. So yeah, lots of stuff goes into this.
Way cool. I'm excited about this, and it'll be fun. And I'll look forward. Maybe we'll have to have you back on in, after nationals, Arinn, and you can tell us all about the season. That maybe we'll see. So, all right, guys. Any before we sign off, any last words? Anything you wanted to mention that we haven't?
I just want to say thank you to our coaches. Also, we couldn't do this stuff without them. Nick Lichty is our president, and he does a ton for the club. But even we've got a ton of other coaches, and I don't want to say them all because I know I'll miss a lot of them. But I want to thank them all for everything they do. The range safety officers, the scorers, the secretary, all of it, the whole club. It's just amazing the amount of work that they put into making this work for the kids. And that's really the focus, is to let them shoot and have fun and learn something and take something useful with them going forward. So
yeah, geez, it's making me miss my coaching days. All right, Arinn, any last words?
I really don't have anything to say other than that people really need to join the team, because we need to convince the coaches to get personalized jerseys with their faces on them.
I don't know why you wouldn't do that. I mean, I'm surprised you don't already have them.
They wanted bright pink, and then they want the coaches' faces. So
yeah,
all good fun.
I got something else when we stop recording. I got something else for you too. That made me think of something. All right, guys. We'll wrap it up here. Again, listeners, viewers, please share this around, it particularly if you're local. Let's support everybody. Let's get them enough. Let's get them enough funds to get coaches' faces on shirts. I mean, I'm a little surprised that not already a thing. So we do have to correct that. So, all right, guys, we'll play the outro video. And Arinn and Angie, thank you so much for joining. It's been a ton of fun, and we'll be in touch for sure. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
More of the good, less of the bad, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
It's a tracking hound, cool fall morning with dew on the ground. We done found the deer with a tracking hound. We done found the deer with a tracking hound.